Hello and welcome to a new show called Object, where we talk about an object. I've got John McClear with me. He is not the object. He's brought an object in with us. It's an NFC ring.
Ta-da.
For those of you who aren't aware, a ring is a toroidal piece of solid material, aesthetically designed to circumscribe one of your digits.
What?
And this ring is particularly interesting and technological because it's not just aesthetic, it's functional as well.
It does all the things.
Everything. All. Would you like to tell us what is special about your ring?
I brought two rings with me.
Wow.
I brought an alpha, which is the larger ring, which is for men that can wrestle bears with their hands only.
Yeah.
So, Alex, not for you.
No, my dainty girl fingers.
Exactly. And I brought what we class as a normal ring, and that's for standard gentlemen and ladies that aren't able to wrestle bears.
Mm.
And what's special about this ring is that it can be used to interact with other electrical objects. So, here we've got a mobile phone. Ta-da!
Have you seen one of these before?
I hope they have. And because it's NFC enabled phone, and because the ring is NFC enabled, when I hold the ring up to the phone, I'm able to interact. So you see a little pop-ups just come up there. Now I'm mostly using the ring for two things. I use the ring to unlock my door at home. So I walk up to my door at home, and there's two gestures. So I walk up and I go, boop, and that lets me in. Now,
Stop closing.
so the ring's got two sides. There's this top side, which is the public side, and then there's this bottom side, and this is the private side. So you use the bottom side for stuff like unlocking your mobile phone or unlocking your door, and then you use the top side for more public kind of bits of information you want to share. So on the top of my ring, I have just my Twitter URL. So if anybody holds their phone up to the top side of the ring, it shares that information.
If the ring stores a little code, piece of information,
Mm-hmm.
what's the full range of things that the ring can store on it?
So text records are one, and text records are good for stuff like medical information. So the great thing about a text record is that if somebody needs to get some information from your ring about, say, a condition that you've got and you're in an emergency situation, such as first responder, they'll be able to just hold their phone up to the ring without having to install any third-party apps. They don't need any internet connectivity, and it'll just give them that information.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing, that's a text record.
Yep.
The second thing is a URL,
Right.
so a link to a website, essentially. You could have it do some extended functionality on that website, so you could have it load up a map with a certain location pre-programmed in. It doesn't just have to be, say, twitter.com or any standard website.
You know when he said he brought two rings? It's not true, he's got like 30 in here.
This is one of the NFC inlays, and on there is a little antenna,
Yes.
tiny little antenna, and a little bit of silicon, a chip that is essentially being inducted. So it uses inductive coupling.
I know all about that.
You know about
I do know about
Here's
that.
a man that knows. So tell us about inductive coupling.
So, how do you make one of these rings?
So it starts in China, actually, where we put together a titanium blank. This titanium blank has some grooves, basically like troughs in, where we're able to place an NFC antenna. So we place some absorber material into the trough, and then on top of the absorber material we place an NFC inlay, and then on top of the NFC inlay we place what is basically a fancy sticker. The fancy sticker is made out of paper and plastic, and that's the cover. We call that the inlay cover, which gives the ring its colour and style. And then on top of the inlay cover we place a thin layer of what is essentially the same as car lacquer. So it's like a really, really strong, thick plastic, and that creates the shine or the gloss that you get on the end product. If you've got a digital door lock that automatically locks, and you forget your key,
Yeah.
you see
You're
where I'm
going to get
going with
locked
this.
out. You're going to be sneaking in through the door,
Right.
coming down the chimney.
Right.
You're not Father Christmas.
So I got locked out a few times, realised that I was doing it horribly wrong, and decided that I needed a way that it'd be comfortable for me to have the NFC tag with me at all times. So I started looking around, and the first version that we made was something that looked a little bit, well, this isn't the first version, but this is the first metal version that we made, was something that is basically huge. If I put that on my finger now, I am not for.
Should have made it a
cornerstone.
pendant with something that size. Yeah.
Well, so that I did have this around my chain for quite a while, but opening your door like this.
Come in. Yeah. Imagine.
You don't look that cool and graceful, and obviously, I like to look cool and graceful.
Don't we all?
So I decided that we needed to make the ring smaller. So created my own antenna inlay, and got the ring down to a size that was comfortable and feels right. I've been wearing them for about 6 months now, and I've been really happy. I use it every day to unlock my door, and so that's how I came up with it and the problem that I solved for me. Other people then said, well, you could use it for this and that, and I'm like, you're absolutely right. And the different use cases. So it's mostly been a community-driven project for all the other different use cases, which has been really cool to see.
If that is everything, thank you very much for coming in and showing us the NFC Ring.
My pleasure. First interview. How amazing was that? Did he do a good job, guys?
No.